Hello everyone. Today I figured that I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna have a small break from Debian. Although the fifth part of my Webmin series is just coming out, so keep a lookout if you're interested in that, because it's gonna be an hour long at least. So it's not like I'm skipping that. But I also stumbled upon some interesting stuff on the internet. I saw that the new DSM came around. DSM 7.1 has been for a while now on the blog, let's say new kid on the blog, and I just wanted to try to actually configure this with the VirtualBox. So let's try to do it. I have my website open here where you can actually download the Vmdk. So I'm just gonna jump and I'm gonna just open the browser here. I'm gonna download this. Oh, I guess I have it already. Okay, so let's open it. And now I'm just gonna put it in one of the folders on C disk. Just gonna put it here. Okay, so this is our Vmdk. Let's check it out. Okay, everything seems fine. So let's close this. Let's open up the window creation of a new virtual machine. Let's set it up for at least 4 gigs of RAM. Let's open the DSM. Actually not the DSM but the Vmdk. Okay, here we have it. Let's choose this one. Let's create. Now let's go to the settings. System. Need to put the hard drive here. Next, display I leave it at the default. Storage, we need to of course add additional disk, because yeah, I don't have anything created here. So okay, let's create one. It can be REDPILL DSM 7, that's fine. Maybe I'm just gonna give it like 10 gigs. Let's create this one. Let's choose it from here. This is the first one, this is the second one. So this is gonna be our main DSM disk. Okay, network, we need to change this to bridge adapter, and we need to change the MAC address here from this bogus one to actually when you open this website where you can download the Vmdk, at the end you have user config JSON. When you open this one, you have here the serial number and the MAC address. So I'm actually gonna use this MAC address. Gonna put it here. Let's do it like this. And I think everything is set. Okay, let's start. Perfect. Yeah, I think even with one processor it's working quite well. Everything is going quite fast, so I had more problems with Proxmox loading all of this than just with one processor attached on the VirtualBox in Windows. So of course I'm gonna attempt configuring this on Proxmox as well for people who would like to use it on Proxmox on Debian, on a Debian server. But for now we're just doing plain Windows VirtualBox stuff. Okay, so we're already here. Let's open the terminal. Sorry for a short window, but right, so this is our address from my DHCP pool. Let's just check if we can actually ping something. Great, let's check if we can ping Synology. Well, I guess not that much. Oh well. Gonna check one more thing. Well, I guess Synology has some kind of blockage here. Cannot ping it. Something's about it. Just gonna do a quick check. Gonna try ping from my computer. Yeah, apparently they have ICMP blocking. Okay, doesn't matter. But the most important thing is that we have our internet address and we have the internet connection, as you can see, so we can work with that. Alright, so let's start with the configuration here. Okay, so first of all, what we will need to do here we'll need to actually generate a serial for the DSM. Okay, so sh ds plus, and as you can see, the serial number for this model is this, and the MAC address is gonna be this. Now it's worth to remember that. Okay, you can see, okay, remember to update manually by editing user config JSON file. So basically that's what they are saying. Well, next thing, let's check RP loader sh build. Okay, so we got all the builds here, and we're gonna use RP loader sh. We're gonna use build okay dash 7.1 0 dash 42661. So I'm gonna choose this build, and now everything is being actually checked. So this is our model that we are aiming for, Xpenology model, and that's the targeted version that we want, so 7.1. Checking internet connection, it's okay. And now we're gonna press yes, enter. Okay, updating. Okay, so we have this done. So we would need to actually rerun everything again. So I'm just gonna do it once again. Serial, yes. Builds. And the build. And there we go. Now after the update everything is running. So just remember you have to repeat this twice. So now all the stuff is being downloaded. It's gonna take a moment so you can grab a coffee. Previously I had used the Synology as well. I had it configured. I think this one was 3615. I think it was 3615. So I also configured it just to see how it looks. This one had like 2 disks because I wanted to have like I think I have chosen an option where you have 2 disks and all the stuff from one disk is being copied to the second disk. So I think I picked one of the RAIDs. That was when you were actually installing the DSM. I picked the RAID that was responsible for copying everything from one disk to another, so you had a mirror copy image. So when one would break, the second one would hold up everything and everything would be fine. So there was an option like that when you were installing the DSM. It's of course quite a good option, should be used if you're actually hosting a Synology yourself, because those mirror images are great. I once had that problem when one of my disks just broke and the other one had everything on it, so everybody were working still. I just ordered a second disk that was working. I put it in my Synology, I rebuilt the RAID, and everything was fine, so great option. A little bit more. My internet connection is not that great, as you can see current speed. But for the purpose of this video and just for testing, I think it should be fine. The main thing after all of this is when you actually have everything set up and you boot up the DSM for the first time from your virtual box, is actually the whole thing is about Synology Assistant. When the Synology Assistant picks up your DSM and has the right IP address and everything should go smooth from then. Unless when you're installing the DSM you're gonna have a power shortage or something like that. Then you're gonna be scrambled. Okay, a little bit more. I'm creating an encrypted path file. So I think I'm just gonna pause the video for a moment until it actually finishes. It may take a moment from here. I'm just gonna resume everything when it's done. So I'll be back shortly. Alright, so it's going. You can see it's still with the pad file, but at least it started. Alright, and that's it. Everything is good. Has been installed. So now all we need to do is just reboot. Once it's rebooting, it should actually go to the mode that we require almost immediately, so I think you don't even need to pick anything. We'll see in a moment. Unfortunately, My computer is not that great, so it takes a moment. And the settings are not too high because you just have like one processor and, well, 4 gigs of RAM, so that's more than enough, but maybe this processor setting is also slowing everything down. I wouldn't like to reboot it from here. Okay, something's going. Hopefully it will restart. Okay, great. As you can see, you have already everything set to SATA. So the first option was USB, don't pick with that one. The second one was SATA, so it was already picked for you because it's reading from your actual disk. So this one, of course. So let's just give it a moment because the kernel is booting. We'll give it a moment to spin. And we're then just gonna open our Xpenology Assistant and try to configure everything from there. Okay, let's open the Synology Assistant. I'm gonna see if it actually finds it. Oh, it found something. I think it's gonna be the one because yeah, that's the DSM, the serial number, the version, the MAC address. That's the IP address from the DHCP. You of course can always take this option on. Thanks to that, it should find everything faster. As I can see, something went wrong with the actual internet connection. Alright, so I managed to change that a little bit, because as you can see, I've changed from DHCP to manual, because you can actually do it here in the configuration. When it's showing you the error, you just press the configuration and then you change from DHCP to manual. So I changed to a manual IP address. I picked the first one from the DHCP pool that I had, so number 1. And as you can see, something going on here, because it says it's trying to connect here. So let's try to open the findsynology.com. Maybe instead of this assistant, I'll close it down and I'm just gonna try to refresh it here. Well, unfortunately, seems like it doesn't see it. Yeah, says it cannot actually connect. Now let's try the HCP once again. Of course I'm gonna check my antivirus because maybe it's blocking something. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, I've managed to actually connect to my Xpenology. How did I do it? Well, I've made a crucial mistake because, as you can see, this is the MAC address of this NAS, and my MAC address was the one that I actually still had from the GitHub website. So just a moment. This one. So this was the MAC address that I inserted at the beginning of the video, and actually after everything is said and done, you need to copy this MAC address and you need to change it here in the settings. So those MAC addresses have to be the same, this one and that one, for the Synology to actually see everything how it should. So as you can see, now we can start to prepare for install. So that's the default port 5000. That's the IP address that I had from have from DHCP. And here you just need to give the path file of the DSM that you want to install. Okay, so let's choose the DSM. Let's see what it actually spits out. It's gonna be an S. So we're gonna take this one, not the RC version. So as you can see, the path file is being downloaded. In a moment we're gonna give this path file here. We're gonna start the installation of Synology. Well, as you can see, my tutorials are not always like pretty fancy. Everything is nicely done, set up, no problems, no errors, nothing. I show you how I am configuring this stuff and what happens during my configuration. So if I have any errors, you can see them. I try to correct all of them and make it work. So thanks to that, I think that many people will also have the same problems. They might have the same errors, and instead of looking for it on the internet, you're just gonna have everything here in this video. You're gonna stumble upon the same kind of problem. You got the resolution here, so no need to look online. Okay, it's almost done. Wow, it's almost 3 megabytes. Well, at least it was. I guess everybody are sleeping or something. Oh, there you go. Craziness. 3 and 5, 3.5. Wow, not bad. Because I don't have fiber optic cables and fiber optic internet. All of this is just routed through a phone, so right, okay. Oh, yeah, Coral. Okay, so we got this in our folder. I'm just gonna move it and just moved it to my C folder, the same where my Vmdk is. So there we go. Now let's just open it from the C folder. And well, I'm gonna pause the video and well, there you go. Something went wrong here, so I just need to check up what's going on. I'm gonna pause the video, and once I'm resolved with this, I'm gonna show you the next part. Alright, so as you can see, I've managed to overcome the next issue. What was the issue? Well, actually, I made the disk too small. So I'm gonna show you in a moment. Sorry about that. It's going wild. Just a second. I will have to actually open the virtual box. There you go. So as you can see, previously I had a disk that was 10 gigs. I changed it to 30 gigs. Apparently that one was too small, so changed it to a bigger one. The same, it's SATA, so nothing particular here. And the installation, as you can see, started. So let's choose it here. So quite a lot of issues in my video, as you can see, but I think it's good. Well, there you go. Now he wants something else. So now he actually wants a different DSM version. Okay. So he doesn't like the one that I've downloaded from the official site. Alright. Alright, let's try now. Well, as you can see, this time everything went well, because actually the install manager was right. I've downloaded not the DSM that it was required. I'm gonna show you in a moment once the install finishes, because I was in such a hurry that I didn't notice that I actually downloaded the version of DSM DS 3615 XS, and I should have downloaded DS 3615 XS Plus, because that's the one that we were actually trying to configure, and that's the one the REDPILL is configured with. So that was my mistake. I corrected it, and as you can see, everything is installing. I'm just going to show you where to download it. So once you go to the download center, you choose your NAS, you choose your version, you choose the series 7.1. Here's the DSM 7.1 that you're aiming for, but you don't want to download this because this is the XS without the plus. You need to instead go to all downloads. That's the first thing. And second, you need to go, let's check 7.1. No, it wasn't this one, it was 7.1. Okay, that's not this one either. It's gonna be 7.1 with update 1. I think this is gonna be it. Yeah, that's the one. You just need to go to we need to find Synology Broadwell NK3622 XS Plus. That's the one that you need actually to download and to put into the installation here. So there you go. So it's gonna actually, I'm just gonna stop the video for now, let it just go down, and after that we're just gonna log into the DSM to the Synology, and I'm gonna show you how it looks like after the installation. Okay, so we're back. Now we can just name how it's gonna be named. Let's say let's say maybe something like this. Better turn off the automatic updates, because it may actually break the Xpenology, so better not. Just gonna skip this. And there we go. Gonna close it for now. It's not needed, thank you, no thanks. Yeah, so there we go. Here's your DSM 7.1. If it wasn't for my major fuck-ups, it would be probably faster, but well, at least we came with some good errors and we know how to fix them, or where to actually find the problem. So just remember, more than 10 gigs, otherwise don't install. Alright guys, so thanks for watching, for listening. Next time I'm gonna do the same thing on Proxmox and maybe on a graphical Debian. We'll see, but I would like to definitely do the same on Proxmox on a Debian server, so stay tuned and I'll see you soon.